So all manner of stuff is flying around in the booth, and they're supposed to cut all of that out. As funny as I am, Jim Butcher is much more interesting, so yeah. And as I told you in line, the part that I'm really glad that they cut out is that I would give Jim Butcher crap all the time about his writing over one word, because he would use the word little on every page. He's a great writer, but he's just drawn like a fly to syrup to that word, little, which is hard to say, little. It's a hard word. And I would always say, Jim, what about minuscule? What about tiny? There's that word too. There's a lot of words out there, man. Thankfully they cut that out.
But actually my real question was, it seems that you do play like a lot of British characters and stuff like that, and like most recently on Warehouse 13. And they always seem to be very roguish characters, like particularly Bob the Skull. Are you drawn to those characters, or do people just cast you that because of the fact that you became so popular as Spike?
I think that everybody, I don't know of an actor that wouldn't want to play a roguish character, you know, like, would you rather play Han Solo, or would you rather play Luke? For me it's Han. Nothing against Mark Hamill, but it's a fun character to play the guy, it's kind of roguish. So, in all honesty, I came down to Los Angeles to work. I came down to whore myself out. I was a dad for the first time, right? And I was watching my son get wiped off on the birthing table, and this voice came to me and said, "Go to Los Angeles. Do not be poor if you can help it." So I didn't care. I came down to LA. I'd already done theater. I'd already proved myself to myself as an actor, blah, blah, blah. And I came down to make money. And I was going to be Alf's sidekick if I had to. I didn't care at all. Like Urkel? I'll do Urkel. I don't care. Pay me, right? And the only thing I had on my reel was a couple of nerd roles that I did for Northern Exposure. And so I was going to be the nerd. I was like, you keep getting casted what they cast you as, so I'm a nerd, fine, pay me. And then I met Joss Whedon. And he put me in a disposable, I was only supposed to be your boy toy until you tired of me. And I was supposed to be in for 5 episodes. So anyway, I lucked into Rogue, and I get cast that way, and I think that any actor would love to be in that position, but it's really just because I met Joss.
Thank you.
Oh, that was a long answer, Juliet. I will stop that.
Hi. First of all, I just really want to apologize because I really wish I had a question for you, Juliet. I really do, but I can't think of anything right now. Sorry.
She's cool. She's like, do the word, James. That's okay.
If I could think of something, I totally would. James, I just wanted to ask you about your work on Torchwood. When I was watching Doctor Who, I got through it, and then I started watching Torchwood, which totally ruined my life.
Right on.
I was very surprised to see you there, and I actually shouted at my friend because I was trying to get her to watch Torchwood, which she still won't watch. But I just wanted to ask you, what was it like working with that cast, and just, especially John Barrowman? And what was it like to kiss him?
I learned something from that, which is, guys, if you want to get kissed, man, shave. For real, man. It's like sandpaper. Like, as a guy, as a straight guy, I never really thought about it, but it's like, damn, man. So now, before I approach anybody, I'm like, shave 3 times. They thought I was going to be uncomfortable kissing a guy. They were kind of worried because I was an American. We're supposed to be homophobic cowboys down there, and they didn't know me very well. And so on the first take, I bit him. I didn't mean to, but he rears back. He's like, "Dude, you bit me," and I'm like, "I haven't seen you for 300 years, man. Come here." But he was a great kisser. It was fabulous, And then, then we kissed each other a couple times, and then we did a big fight scene where the stunts got in for 2 shots. because he's from stage and I'm from stage, and on stage you don't get a stunt man. So we were like, you know, go rest, guys, we got this. And I fell in love with John Barrowman, man. He's a really great guy. He's a nasty man. I mean, like in the best possible way.
Favorite cast members from Torchwood?
What's that?
Did you have any other particular favorite cast members from Torchwood? Like
Oh,
people that you
God,
just like
all
working
of
with
them.
that you would totally work with again?
Gareth and I would go out
Yes.
after we filmed a lot. He was a musician too, so we would go out and hang out. He was from a town close by Cardiff, and he would take me down there and introduce me to his band, and he would hurt me at night. If you know what I mean? Deliver me back to the set and be like, oh man. Like, Gareth, you're like 20, what are you? Like, stop hurting me at night. But that whole cast, the whole cast was fabulous. Yeah. Yeah. Man, House Wright is kicking your guys' butt here. What's up? Just kidding.
I'm getting old. Do I talk?
And come in here and just kiss that mic, because you sound like a goddess when you do it. That's rock and roll, man. Smell the mic. Smell it. Fame.
I have a question for both of you.
What's that?
I have a question for both of you.
Right on.
Okay. Would you both be willing to say lines from the show for a quick second?
Do you have a particular line in mind?
Well, for Juliet, no. If you have a favorite line, that'd be cool. No? Okay, that's fine too. For James, I have a particular line.
I mean, I love all of Drew's lines, and I've been working on so many different things. Maybe you could toss me one, and then I'd be happy to do it.
Bad dog.
Bad dog.
Eyeballs to entrails. Well done.
So sweet.
James?
Oh, beauty effulgent.
Could James say the line, did you see your life flash before your eyes? Cup of tea, oh my gosh, cup of
Did you see life flash before your eyes? Cup of tea, cup of tea. And then what was the rest of it? Cup of tea, shag, cup of tea.
Mine's just going to be short and sweet. You were recently on Warehouse 13. I was just wondering if you were going to be in more episodes in the back half.
I damn well hope so. Jack Kenny is a great producer, and he doesn't take any crap from his actors at all. But he's got a great sense of humor. I love that cast. Toronto is almost as cool as Vancouver. No, Toronto is
I'm
awesome.
from the East Coast, don't worry about it.
Toronto is like the town that Chicago wishes it was. I will go back on there in a heartbeat. I thought the character was getting really interesting. Jack was directing the last episode that I was in, and at the final scene he was shouting, "Spin off! Spin off!" And I was like, "Yeah, baby, do it." You know, that's a nice thing to hear. You never know what's going to happen, but I hope to be back. Yeah, definitely. I would come back. Yeah.
I would love to see a spin-off with you on the HG proposed spin-off. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Right on.
So it would just make my day if you could sing a few lines from any song from Once More With You.
I died many years ago, but you can make me feel. I don't remember what? Like it isn't so. Rape me! You know that they were like, when they when Nirvana did the live show, the Unplugged show, they were like, the network was like, you are not gonna sing that song. That's the one song we will not allow you to do. And they're like, no problem, no problem. So they specifically did the intro of Rape Me just so that they could see all the producers just sweat themselves silly. And then they just stopped and did another song. Side note. Hey, my brother.
How is it like working with Sarah Michelle Gellar?
How was it working with Sarah?
Oh, it was wonderful working with Sarah. I mean, I had a great time working with her. Of course, I used a cattle prod on a particular episode that I remember, but it was a blast working with her.
Yeah. Sarah made me jealous of her ability to memorize lines, right? She came from daytime drama, in which you do like an hour of material every day. So she would be able, drove me crazy, because I was from stage, right? Both Julie and I are from stage, and we like memorize our lines the night before and get ready for the scene and everything. And she would like literally look at her lines from her trailer to the set, and she would have them down. She's like, okay, got it. I hate you. But she was fabulous. Yeah, she was very professional, always on time, always knew her lines, always on her mark, always ready to go. And she was short. She was so short. She made me look like a monster. Like, when I first started doing conventions, people were like, you look like Spike, but shorter. Where is he? People thought I was like 6'4". Yeah, I loved her. She was fabulous.